On the night of June 1, 2019, the boxing world expected a routine title defense at Madison Square Garden. On one side was the undefeated champion Anthony Joshua, standing 6 feet 6 inches, 198 centimeters tall, and weighing a shredded 247 pounds, 112 kilograms. On the other was Andy Ruiz Jr., a last-minute replacement standing 6 feet 2 inches, 188 centimeters, and weighing 268 pounds, 121.5 kilograms. Joshua looked like a Greek statue, while Ruiz was mocked for his softer build. Bookmakers gave Ruiz virtually no chance against the taller, more muscular champion. However, that night would host one of the greatest upsets in boxing history.
Joshua!
Back in December 96 spring.
Obey my commands. I want you to protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now, men. You're boxing at the bell. God bless you both.
1883 when John L. Sullivan rocked the early MSGs, defend their prized world possessions in this mecca of boxing. Jack Dempsey, Joe Louis, Joe Frazier Ali. What a stage, what a setting for AJ's US launch IBF and WBO title.
You see how Joshua deals with it, because Joshua has a decent jab of his own.
In last autumn, first couple of rounds a bit shaky from Joshua, but he got the job done.
Right now he's on his back foot. I think he's trying to gauge the speed of Ruiz before he gets on the offensive.
Right hand from Joshua, second border from Imperial.
See a little bit bruising on the cheek but Ruiz keeping his positioning well. He's looking for something because he's stalking Joshua.
And was telling us he does pop Ruiz, he can punch hard. But we know...
Yeah, I think Joshua's just having a look at him here, though. I think Ruiz has got to be very careful as he tries uppercut. And I think he's going to try and walk Ruiz onto that.
A sharp jab by Ruiz.
Trying to put a combination together.
Get his jab going, keep the range.
There was a good jab by Joshua on the back foot.
Yep, timed that well. Anthony Joshua.
Don't drop down to his height.
Yeah.
Just box him, use your height and reach. You can't get past the jab if you jab up and down and then walk into the right
Use
hand.
that retreating jab while Ruiz trying to come forward with the jab there. Joshua timed him well.
Rob McCracken wants a little more use of the jab. Manny Robles took Dominic Brazil into that challenge of Anthony Joshua, and he believes good amateur, excellent pro, but he's really trying to go for it, Ruiz, and he got caught there.
Timing of his aggression.
People confused by Ruiz because of the aesthetic.
He's on the Mexican national team as an amateur, and he's not opening himself up for Joshua to pick apart here. He's presenting himself in front of Joshua.
Yeah, right hand.
Good hook.
Another shot from Joshua, gets out.
The first 2 rounds were a feeling-out process. Joshua used his reach advantage to control the distance, while Ruiz looked for the right moment to get inside. The crowd was waiting for Joshua's signature right hand to end the night early. Joshua was calm. Ruiz was determined. No one knew the chaos that was about to unfold in the historic 3rd round, 3:30 to 5:30.
Turned over in 2009.
Confident in the fact that he can stand in front of Joshua a couple of times.
Big shot. Punch from Anthony Joshua. Jr. is down in the 3rd round, and he's down for the finish line. And there's the power and the some sort of an impact.
Good shot.
Hand from Joshua, and Ruiz in big trouble, and he's going for it. Ruiz, Joshua.
Wow!
Anthony Joshua hit an unbelievable round here. The count's at 7. Joshua Klitschko, and this is a fire fest. Oh my word! What happens next?
And that's Ruiz. He can time you. That's
Both down in one of the most dramatic heavyweight rounds in.
I don't think Ruiz sees it.
Andy Ruiz.
At the speed of Ruiz.
Combinations in. Joshua is trying to take him out with a big one. A really wobbly.
Legs have gone at him.
A massive upset here unless Joshua and somehow gets through the storm. He's been wobbled, shaken, and down another right hand Ruiz. And he's in all sorts of trouble. Joshua, and he's down. But the bell's gonna come, and he's taken up.
The breaking point. Then it happened. Joshua dropped Ruiz with a brutal left hook. The arena erupted. Everyone thought it was over. But when Ruiz stood up, there was no fear in his eyes, only fire. Seconds later, Ruiz caught Joshua on the temple with a shot that completely scrambled the champion's equilibrium. Joshua hit the canvas twice in that round. The world was in shock. The Greek statue was crumbling.
His career with a nice left hook as Joshua with something you never do in boxing, backing up straight in the line. Ruiz followed him with a straight right hand and the follow-up assault.
Paulie, at that stage, Joshua, he went down heavy, but he was okay.
He's in now.
Here we go, and Andy Ruiz is going to go for it.
Very polite. He plays the mind games.
He couldn't hurt Joshua, but Joshua's punch has bounced off the chin.
Joshua knows that Ruiz can hurt him, so now Joshua has to kind of second-guess himself and readjust to this fight.
And in doing that, Paulie, he's going to burn.
Looking for the right hand, Joshua, who showed such a battling heart against been down twice here. And on the verge of that perfect record and his world titles. What happens next?
Listen, all that happened was you hurt him.
When he got badly hurt.
There's that left hook. It landed up round the ear near the temple, the equilibrium. He got up. And you see Ruiz just comes thundering in. Lovely right hand down the middle. Great control there. He needed that bout to come when it did.
Now he's light on his feet, Andy Ruiz Jr. He believes, brother in the corner, the family affair. Andy Ruiz Jr. as the noise.
Looking for that half step back, looking to chop the right hand over the top.
Just down at his right glove. Anthony Joshua has had problems with that before against Takam, a late notice.
There's that right hand
replacement as well. Just making a mockery of the pre-fight predictions. And also to the body from Anthony Joshua, a big left hook. And here comes AJ.
But this is where Johnny catches Ruiz and he comes thundering in. That's when he can get countered.
Because unlike most guys, Ruiz doesn't panic.
Out of the ring, holding the belts, wanting pictures with Anthony Joshua. Well, now we know.
I mentioned it earlier today, Adam.
We weren't a sense of security and a right hand from Ruiz.
In the middle rounds, Ruiz's secret weapon became clear. Incredible hand speed. No matter how much Joshua tried to recover, Ruiz's boxing IQ took over. Mike Tyson later called Ruiz's victory proof that real power comes from unshakable determination, not just muscles. Tyson Fury, in his usual blunt style, remarked that Joshua's bodybuilder physique meant nothing against a real fighter like Ruiz. Even Oleksandr Usyk analyzed that Ruiz's hand speed and timing were far above heavyweight standards, validating the technical brilliance behind the upset.
Who's going to deal with a pace better as well? Experience at the longer fights.
Yeah, and I've got to say, boys, there's no doubt that Andy Joshua is physically prepared for 12 hard rounds.
Especially in this fight where I think he got put up on this guy's stuff.
Ruiz working the body and switches to the head really nicely. And hands
led by Ruiz. I think he felt those body shots by Ruiz as well.
Definitely. Throws with a jab. This is an incredible performance so far.
Ruiz continued to answer Joshua's wide punches with lightning-fast combinations. That shot in the third round had completely derailed Joshua's game plan. Ruiz was answering his critics with his fists in the center of the ring. Everyone expected the champion to bounce back, but Ruiz's relentless pressure was suffocating Joshua.
There's that body shot and he goes, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? You know, is it what's Ruiz going to come out?
Be busier now, Josh.
Second half of this Ruiz Jr. Ahead for you, Paulie.
Yeah, he's ahead for me now by 2 points.
I've got one round up.
What can Joshua do? Right hand from Ruiz. Here he comes again. And Joshua teetering up down for the third time. And it's all horribly wrong. For
7, 8,
his dream debut turning into a nightmare. Andy Ruiz Jr. Chills out, and Joshua could be counted out here. He just about gets to his.
By the 7th round, Joshua's energy was completely spent. Ruiz attacked again, dropping the champion twice more. When referee Michael Griffin saw the vacant look in Joshua's eyes and his lack of response to commands, he waved it off. Technical knockout. Andy Ruiz Jr. made history as the first Mexican-American heavyweight world champion.
I knew Andy Ruiz, I never envisaged that ever happening. I thought Josh would be too big. too good, and I just could not see.
Andy Ruiz Jr, that's the sort of guy he is. But no one could have predicted what happened tonight.
He's so sly. All week, ask me to take pictures with Joshua. High-fiving him. Ask me to take pictures with the belts like a fan.
Surely believe it was a fairly comfortable night's work. Andy Ruiz Jr, people were saying
boxing is like no other sport. Look at Ruiz there, both hands, beautiful straight right hand in the middle, and Joshua, legs were gone, and you know, as much as me and Paulie said that Ruiz Gerald Miller, but we've got to be honest, Paulie, we never seen that coming.
No, of course, punch with timing and speed. Here, Joshua had opened up with a hook, they traded hooks, and then right off of that, Ruiz reacted right after that.
Delivered on the biggest night of his life.
This fight proved to the world that boxing is about much more than just size and muscle. Joshua's aura of invincibility ended that night, but Ruiz's story became a beacon of hope. This night will forever be compared to Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas. Remember, in combat sports, the most dangerous man is the one with nothing to lose. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next analysis.